Okay, we are live. Hopefully everyone is doing all right today. We are in hell. I am still exceptionally underleveled. Apologies about that. It's just what it is. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and probably get murdered just a little bit, but we'll also level up relatively quickly as we are punching through things. So hopefully everyone is doing all right. It is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, mainly because I have hives currently, and I am going to have to put stuff on them later. So yeah, we'll just go until I need to do that. So hopefully everyone is doing okay, and we will just murder them all. So yeah, that was probably TMI, but figured I'd tell you why it's going to be a short one today. So yeah, ouch. Oh yeah, that is murdering my face. Can I, not die to everything? Apparently not. But we'll be fine. We have 25 life. I'll drink another potion. We'll be okay eventually. I obviously have real trouble hitting things because, well, even these are higher level than me. So let's see what our chance is. 72% chance, which is not terrible considering how low level we are. But anyway, time to nuke everything, if at all possible. Mostly for extra XP. I should have probably ground up a few levels off camera, but it's fine. The mercenary, don't die on me. I need your mana. I need your mana. Sir, come on, sir. Thank you. And as we hit them, they will get knocked back as well. So, but yeah, the goal today is at least Act 1, if not a little bit of Act 2. Mercenary, are you? Yeah, he's just not doing well right now. And that Holy Freeze is definitely not helping his situation. So let's grab those, and yeah, we'll just keep going. And I need to switch this over to actual, current chat, latest chat, or whatever it's called, instead of top chat. Oh, there's a dog going off. That's probably this medicine arriving that I need to put on this stuff. So we'll kill off a couple things, and I will jump AFK for just 2 seconds. Better at the beginning than at the end, though. And make sure that that's actually what it is. That or someone else will answer the door. We'll see. But let's go ahead and nuke all of them to pieces. And I think someone else got it. Yep, they did. Okay. But let's grab the gold. Let's grab the full rejuve, the healing potion, and just keep moving on. Now, I do want to get my Den of Evil and all that kind of fun stuff done relatively quickly, but no guarantees that it's going to happen. At least not super efficiently for us. Because as you can tell, yeah, from our minion there is just a good indicator that we are not going to be doing too terribly well against these until we get a couple levels, but you'll notice from our XP, we are building that up quite quick. And you are just not tracking on me, are you? You really weren't. You bastard. That guy's probably going to track on me now. Oh, no, he's going after the Valkyrie. That is actually perfect. I would much rather have him fighting the Valkyrie than me. But get him pinned against the river and just do our thing. So let's see. Let's grab the split mail if I can not pick up everything else beforehand. Toss that over there. We'll grab that split mail just for mercenary reviving money. And that's pretty much what the start of this is going to be, because we are literally 57. We are way lower than I recommend for this. But some people will get here early and it's fine. So, oh, and I forgot. I need to swap that over to not top chat. I need live chat. Yes. Just so I can see what all is going on. There we go. Trade, and we will identify you. Probably going to be about, 20 grand. That should get us close to enough to revive him. I think he's 25 or 27. Wasn't it 24? I was close. I was close. And go ahead and revive Vicrat. And just keep going. I need to stop multi-shotting quite so much. That way I actually, have ammo left. That's usually an important thing. And yeah. For the most part, I don't think most of these enemies are going to be that big of a threat if we can just keep them away from me. Some of them are going to be a threat to the mercenary, though, so I need to be slightly aware of that. and just try to keep him relatively safe, and we can do a couple multi-shots just to try and shove them back a little bit. Of course, the middle ones are the only ones that can do all the like stuff from it, but it's fine. And once we get the mercenary bugged, which will be inner sanctum, not inner sanctum, inner cloister, we'll be able to just have the Valkyrie be the main tank, and she can tank pretty much anything. She is fine for the rest of the game. She's going to be high enough level that it's not going to matter because she summons at level 15 no matter what points we put into her. So, because that's why we have the peace armor. Hey Luke, how's it going? Ooh, and we will take the XP shrine. We definitely need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just shoot into this crowd and hopefully get the boss mob and his little friends and get ourselves a level up really quick before they amp damage us. And Mercenary's just down there getting himself killed. That's just how Mercenary, no. Oh, Valkyrie actually died there. Oh my. That is not common. That guy must be extra strong, I would wager. Extra fast. Okay. That's about as bad. So we level up there. Let's go ahead and just keep shooting in there. And oh, is he not there? Oh no, we killed him with some piercing there apparently. Ha! Nice. Go ahead and shove them back a little bit. Give him a little bit of breathing room. Didn't take a call. Oh, he didn't take a call since break at 4:30 and it's 9. Oh, geez. I am sorry. That is a long go of just like nothing. I'm assuming call center work. That would be boring as sin. But let's go ahead and get a little bit more vitality. We are going to need it. What we need is our Valkyrie to resummon, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So let's go ahead and manually summon a level 1 just to be on the safe side. That's why I keep it on there. Because frankly, it's going to suck without at least a little bit of a bodyguard. And yeah. So, skill-wise, we were just going through Lightning Strike, I believe, and getting that leveled up. So this is going to be the Den of Evil. We're probably relatively close to the waypoint for Cold Plain, so I'm not going to bother a TP there. Probably going to live to regret that. It's fine. We are killing very slow. That's just because, yeah, we're really close to it. But, yeah, we're killing really slow because we are under-leveled. We're just not hitting all the time. Hi, Dark Hunter. We should be hitting 3 out of 4 shots, give or take a little bit. So, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's also not very friendly. Back off, back off, back off. There you guys go. And we're not doing too bad on ammo, actually. I was expecting us to do a little bit worse. So, we've got our Cold Plains waypoint just for getting to stuff earlier. You're watching this while making phone calls. This one phone center guy keeps putting you on hold. Hear this video playing in the background. That'd be hilarious. You've been waiting for like 4.5 hours. Damn. I still find that hilarious. By the way, how are you doing? Keen, I guess is what I'd call you. Because that's what your mom calls you. Keen. Good morning, Lapau. How's it going? Okay, let's focus on not dying down here. We aren't going to succeed. We're going to die at least once today. And it is going to be, unfortunately, a little bit of a short stream, but it should be fine. So, let's get nuking. But yeah, the goal is Act 1 done today. At the bare minimum, maybe a little bit into Act 2. And we want to be at least like 65 by the time we get done with that. Hey, that is a long journey. Oh, lordy. Oddly enough, I do watch a lot of Australian streamers, though, so it's not that long of a journey in my brain. So, hopefully you're doing all right, Joe. Ah, yes. And I will go ahead and just nuke everything. And, of course, if there's any kind of, like, artifacting or latency things, I am also putting these up on the Let's Play Everything channel. Oh, and, of course, I get the douchey neighbor right now, too. Oh, yay. I don't know if you guys can hear the revving of their wonderful engine. They have drilled a hole in their muffler. Welcome to the United States, where everything's louder and bigger. Goodness gracious. But anyway. Oh, lordy. But as long as we keep the mercenary alive, I don't think we have too much to worry about. But as soon as he dies, I start worrying because we are going to be hurting on mana if that happens. Because he is currently my mana potion, except for the little couple that I have on the side over there. We finally got ourselves a higher level Valk. Nice. But we will eventually get through all of this nonsense. There you go. Grab that. Oh, we got bolts. We got bolts. Yay, we're topped off. And we have a couple left in there. So if we run out, we'll have like 3 shots left on that. Valkyrie's just like, yeah, I'll come whenever I feel like it. And yes, the mercenary has like no chance in hell of actually surviving a real fight here. Just because he is just that scooshy. He is Mr. Smoosh. And we're not talking Smosh TV, we're talking Smoosh. What armor did I give my mercenary in hell? And stock on all characters because your mercenary is dying? We currently have that nonsense. It's just, it is rare armor with like no defense. Cast Frost Nova when he's struck sometimes, but it gives him just some strength because we put an amethyst in there and some resists. But he really doesn't have anything special. But it's really just a matter of, yes, they will die from just random things if there's like a strong enemy you come across regardless, but it's more about positioning than necessarily the amount of armor or damage reduction or anything that you have on them. That and resist. Resist are super important. And life leech. But just raw defense is kind of useless because, yeah, it's defense. Defense doesn't really do anything for you except for reduce your chance to get hit, and whenever you're underleveled, it's not going to matter. But the Valkyrie is our main tank right now. And whenever I say positioning, I mean whenever he is in trouble, you'll notice I'll sometimes walk back like this, and that forces him to like reassess his situation. Reassess his nonsense. Use one of your guys for Boazon. Now with Harmony, Fortitude, Gore Riders, and can't remember the gloves, but 20% IS and chance to Lava Gout. Those are Lava Gout. They cast enchant, and mainly they're the lazy person's demon limb. If you can afford to just have him have any a weapon with decent damage and life leech, yeah, go ahead with that one. I personally have mine with Insight right now, just because I need the mana. That's usually what my mercenaries are for me 90% of the time, is mana batteries. So we'll just, yeah, and there is a reason I'm not going super high on the multi-shot. One, it costs a ton of mana, and you can see I'm not even keeping up with that. And two, it's not really necessary. Because you are already spreading enough that it's like not even, oh, mercenary's gonna die. Come on, mercenary, come on, run, boy, run! Oh, we just reenacted Woodkid. Okay. So we need to be a little bit careful here, because Mercenary is going to get himself ripped to pieces by these guys, especially the Holy Fire guy, because whenever he punches, he's going to do a lot of damage, because that's a fairly decent Holy Fire. Mercenary, can you stay tethered to me for just like 5 seconds? You're making this more difficult than it has to be. He's going to die. That's just how it's going to be unless we want to use up all of our full rejuves on him. I really wish we'd summon another Valkyrie. We have a 5% chance of it, but we are just not doing shit with that. Thankfully, we can just kite these guys with our magic arrow for now. We are still getting hit by them because they are desyncing like crazy, which is a little bit strange and irritating, but it's fine, I guess. Oh, now you summon. Thanks. Thanks, Valkyrie. Fuck you. Why he goes ham on monsters. All of them go ham on monsters. They just go in there and die by charging in at them like complete nincompoops. We have Vikyat right now, I believe, if I remember correctly. And that sucks that we're back to using 2 rows of healing potions. I probably should have gone grinding a little bit. Oh, we have 4 monsters remaining. Oh no, whatever will I do? Probably not use multi-shot. And you can see, what is our chance to hit you at? Oh, 73% chance. But those are for normal zombies, not these zombies. I'm finding it kind of disconcerting that we are missing. Oh, yeah, because I keep forgetting. Magic arrow. It says it gives attack rating. It doesn't actually give attack rating. So our chance to hit is closer to 50%. I forgot about that. Oh, brain farts. Why? And yes, we could switch over to this and do some zappy goodness if we wanted to. Where's the last guy? There he is. Hi. We need to do... Yeah, we'll just stick with this. You can see that does decent damage. You have one monster left. Where is he? Which way did he go, George? Which way did we go? I mean, you can all like the stream if you want. I generally don't rely on streams for search stuff. So any interaction is welcome. It's just not entirely necessary because it goes on to unlisted. It's still available on the channel. It's always going to be under that stream archive thing. But yeah, I just leave it on there. So likes make me feel good. But they don't help with the search or anything like that unless it's on one of the main videos. I just passed him. Which way did he go? Of course, there's also stream delay, so just past him. Just retrace my steps. Or did I just pass my own Valkyrie? I'll walk back the way I came. I don't see him. I should just shoot guided arrow into the abyss and hope for the best. Because it will track on him if he's on screen. Oh, there he is. Hi, big guy. Oh, and he's probably the easiest one to kill with that. I literally didn't see him. Thank you for the catch, Jean. And I'm taking this band-aid off because that is just more irritating than the itch. It is more irritating than the itch. Okay, throw that in there. We've got a soul rune. We can resurrect Vikyot again if we want to. Kind of tempted not to, oddly enough. Although he is handy whenever there's a crowd. Yeah, we don't have enough money for that because, well, I don't have any money on me. Let's withdraw all of our change. We could gamble some as well. Maybe get him some better gear. But right now, he is literally just there for the mana. Mana, 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 mana. Okay. Cleanse the Den of Evil. We get another point. It goes into a Lightning Strike. Should have bought on PC. Don't know why you thought buying on Switch was... Oh, yeah. I was hoping the console would be better than it is. I don't have first-hand experience with it, but I keep hearing all the dreaded horror stories, and I know that the matchmaking on console is absolute ass. So that doesn't surprise me that it's very, very disgruntled player base right now for that. That said, on the plus side, Grim Dawn is coming to console, which is a game that I plan to be playing on the other channel, hopefully soon. I need to probably start releasing it, and, well, recording it even, before the whole release date in December for console on that. Just because that would be the smart thing to do. If I was a good YouTuber. Am I a good YouTuber? Not really. I'm an okay YouTuber. I know what I'm supposed to do. Don't always do it. Or I'm bad at convincing myself to do it because sometimes it feels very shilly. Like right now, if I was a good YouTuber, I would say, hey, subscribe, do super chats, do stickers, all that kind of fun stuff. I think there's a thanks button too, ? I'd also shill memberships. I'm trying to think what else there is. There's all kinds of things. But simply put, I can't do that without feeling dirty. It bothers me. Oh, and we've got the Dark Hunters. I'd rather focus on the games than the shilling. That's why I'm gonna force myself to be kind of a good YouTuber in an indirect sense. Mercenary, god damn it, Mercenary. Ah, for fuck's sake. I look away for 2 seconds and you get yourself killed. Almost thinking I'm better off without you, Mercenary. And she's doing that. The Valkyrie's tanking these guys fairly good. Let's just go ahead and focus in and lock target this time. Because we have 100% Pierce. It's fine. As long as they're clumped up, we'll hit like 2 of them. But yeah, I am not a good YouTuber whenever it comes to stuff like that. I can't. It'd be different if I was like shilling for somebody else. That's one reason I like linking my friends in various community posts and stuff like that. As I prove how shit of a YouTuber I am at times. Saying every 3 seconds is a bad idea. It's not good. Hey, Creech, how's it going? I mean, I can talk about shilling. That feels less dirty than actually shilling, but ugh. That's why everything's just linked below. If you want to find it out, it's there. That's true of pretty much everyone I do any kind of content with. If you want to participate in that end of stuff, look down below the video. Part of me, I mean, I'm not a total sellout, but there are a lot of YouTubers that I think that get called sellouts whenever they're not. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but there is definitely something to be said about like some of these like several million subscriber YouTube channels. There are people who call them sellouts for having advertisements, and I'm like, that's how they pay the bills. I mean, like Linus Tech Tips, I don't consider him a sellout. That may be just my personal opinion, but it's just how I feel about it. I think that he is definitely treating it like a business, which is the smart thing to do, but I don't think he's a sellout because he's never given up his ethics to make that money, and that's kind of like the line for sellout for me. Now, is he a shill? Abso-frickin-lutely. But that's because he is very open about the fact that that's how he makes his money, that's how he makes his living. So honestly, if I had an opportunity to do advertising, if it was something that I use myself, I would gladly advertise it. I have actually even also thought about just to help indie games. This was before I started focusing on Diablo 2, but to help indie games have a sort of like indie price thing for like just an hour stream of just their game, of like something super cheap, like 30-40 bucks just to stream just their game, just for indies, not for AAAs. Like I wouldn't give that to like Blizzard or Square or anything like that, but that is one thing that I've always considered doing, is like, because if you knew how much some of these bigger YouTubers, I'm not going to name names, but let's just say, I'm going to go back on a example that I'm kind of still semi-bitter about, and that was Epic Games, because I was in the Fortnite alpha, for those of you that are wondering, but I was denied the ability to do the like gameplay footage for it, like do just pre-launch stuff, and one of my friends was paid $40,000 for 3 videos. I'm like, I could have used $40,000. I know I'm not as big as him, but I could have used $1,000. I could have used 100 at the time. Still could use 100, but that's an entirely different conversation. And I'm glad that the content brings you joy, Lapau. I enjoy creating it, and I enjoy the community that's kind of like grown up around this. It's very nice to chat with. Are you the only one that botches Amazon builds? Is there something you're missing about the class? There is no botched build as long as you're having fun, but honestly, Amazon is a little bit hard to get used to, especially if you're new to the game. There are certain strong skills, and there's certain underpowered skills that you have to be kind of aware of, and the underpowered skills are not that bad if you have the right gear, but most people don't have the right gear. So, like right now, we don't necessarily have great gear, so we're sticking with safe things like multi-shot, magic arrow. We could go with exploding arrow if we wanted to, but you'd want to avoid things like, say, immolation arrow to kind of go with that. But it's kind of easy to make an underpowered Amazon. And also, another issue that a lot of people run into is they're not necessarily botching a build, they're pushing too far ahead on a build. because that's something that I've actually ran across on a few communities that I've been watching lately, is there's people wondering why they can't beat Hell, and then they say they're level 57, and I'm like, you're under-leveled for that. I mean, I'm walking example of it at the moment, of being under-leveled for this, and our mercenary gets completely ripped to shreds because of it. If he was level, like, say, 75, he'd have a lot easier time, even with the exact same equipment, just because level is that important for chance to hit. And let's go ahead and just chuck a bunch of arrows into this nonsense, because they're all small and annoying. There you go. Oh, did we get him? I think we got him. Nope, we didn't. Hi. Go away, Rocky. Go away, Rocky. Thank you. So let's grab that. I would generally say, especially if you're new, don't start Hell until 70. If you're seasoned at the game and know what you're doing, like you can start in Hell in the 40s if you know what you're doing. But as far as actually just recommended level, I would say 70s. So we're just kind of chucking through. Now, as far as starting characters, Amazon is probably not your best bet. There are starting builds that can just start out just straight through, but it's not always recommended. You can see even our Valkyrie's having issues. The reason our Valkyrie's not quite as sturdy as you would think for her level, by the way, is because she is technically under-leveled, but not in the sense of the amount of skill points, in the sense of her actual level, because she summons at the same level as me. So she, right now, is level 58. And I'm level 58, so that's just what it is. But if you know what you're doing, you can actually get away with a lot of stuff. It's just not always recommended. Drinking my caffeine here. And that guy is just having a day. He's just not able to get close to me because I am just hitting him just enough for it not to be a problem. I could even do guided arrow against him if I wanted to. Don't want to. Die, you fool. And I'm actually tempted to do... There was a comment recently, I forget the name of the person who made it, about an oath bug, and I actually went and researched what they were mentioning about. And I'm tempted to actually talk about that because that impacts a lot of skills in not necessarily a direct way, but it's something that you have to consider for pretty much any homing skill. Is once something dies, it'll go ahead and just like keep bouncing through but not do any damage. Do I suffer XP penalties? To an extent, not as bad as if I was under 25. Because even with the XP penalty I get right now, I'm still getting a good deal of XP. Whereas if I was under 25, the penalty would be insane. That's why you generally want to level up until 25 in normal. Let's see, you tried a smiting build and got stock. Act 1 of Hell, change the build to Hammered In. Now you're in Act 5 of Hell, level 73. Yeah, different builds can help you get to places faster. And that just felt very nasty. The Band-Aid blew and stuck to my arm. Because I just set it on my desk like a lazy person. I don't have a trash can next to me right now. But anyway... Generally, if you're feeling underpowered with an Amazon, it's one of two things. Either you're not high enough level, or you don't have adequate equipment for what you're trying to do. Because even a Strafe Zon, which is people talk crap about all the time, is perfectly capable of just ripping things to pieces. But you need the right gear for it. Like, this bow would absolutely suck with it. Because guess what? It's slow, so you'd be stuck shooting your strafe for an hour and a half. Which would mean that you might die just because you're stuck in place. Hey Thanos, how's it going? Hopefully you are doing well as well. Well. Ow! Stop hitting me. Hey Valkyrie, come over here. Thank you. The Fenzon... I'm glad that they haven't fixed it. They've made it feel better. That makes sense. You still get interrupted. You just don't sit there doing the animation for an hour and a half. So it feels a lot better. Yeah, Strafe is probably my favorite Amazon build, believe it or not. I recognize the power of lightning. I use the power of lightning. But Strafe is probably my favorite Amazon build. So that video will probably end up coming up soon, but there is also huge arguments about what bow you should use as strafes on. There are options, and it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're PvP, Wind Force is better. If you're PvM, Faith, in my opinion, is better, just because you don't need the knockback for PvM usually. And if you do, you can get it from your gloves because you're less min-maxing than you are in PvP. So, and I don't do PvP anymore, mostly because it puts me in a toxic mindset, because generally speaking, PvP community in most games has a strong toxic streak. Even though there are awesome people in it, there's usually a strong-ass toxic streak in it. And unfortunately, I am very, not necessarily easily manipulated with empathy kind of stuff. I mirror people naturally. So I tend to, if I'm surrounded by toxic people, be a bit of an asshole myself. So, will I do more randomizer? Probably. Just not right away, because right now I'm trying to get the Let's Play channel up and running. I'm trying to get the First Strike channel up and running, and keep this on schedule. Right now, my goal is to have 4 First Strikes a week, have 3 videos on here per week, and then have a daily Let's Play going at least once a day. Maybe multiples a day. Hey, I didn't realize we had a experience shrine there. Awesome sauce. I'm just looking for the waypoint if you're wondering what I'm looking for. So, it's going to be a little bit handy so I don't have to walk a million miles to get back here. Magic arrows do not use ammunition. That's the main reason I invest them. If they did use ammunition, I 100% would not use them. They would be in the garbage bin with, like, I'm trying to think what skill it would be in the garbage bin with. Thunderstorm, maybe? Would probably be the closest one I would give to it. I used to love Thunderstorm. The more I've learned about it, the less I like it. Because it actually used to be semi-viable. So, hey, mesh boots. Sweet. We could actually craft something out of those, I think. But I don't really want to. Technically, I have 6. I'm on the fence as to whether I'm going to keep the uncommentated channels going, because that is a lot of extra rendering. But I might cut it down to 5. But this is by far my largest channel, for me personally. Yeah, Thunderstorm was pretty good until the whole, whatchamacallit, the synergies. They should have given it synergies to speed up the lightning strike speed. That is what would have made it actually semi-useful again. But that's just me. Basically, maybe give a charged bolt synergy or a Nova synergy that reduces the delay between thunder strikes by X fractions of a second. You've been playing Diablo 2 on and off since the early game and you still feel like a noob. That's generally true of a lot of people. And let's be honest, whenever I first came back to Diablo 2, I felt like a noob. But yeah, there are a lot of walkthrough videos, and there's a lot more guides that are, you know, verified nowadays than whenever I started. Whenever I started, there were like, it was the Diablo2.net forums, Lurker Lounge was just coming into swing. You had, oh, I'm trying to remember what other ones. It was before D2JSP was a thing. But yeah, Amazon Basin took off during that time. There's still contentious issues as to like who you believe on certain things, but generally speaking, Amazon Basin is kind of like the holy grail for the, at least the old school LOD kind of stuff. As far as D2R, there's some good places, but none of them are perfect. And I found something that irritated me on max roll. I went to export the build video for tomorrow. I've already recorded and uploaded. It's scheduled. It's ready, so I don't have to like rush that one out. But the build video for tomorrow, I'm experimenting with including the max roll character sheet for it. Okay.
Good day.
It actually doesn't acknowledge that you can have 2 sockets in a rare. That bewilders me. That's not even like esoteric knowledge. That's generally one of those things that you look for 2 socket rares because that's a prefix you can get. And yeah, I generally, as far as doing like the build stuff, max roll, yes. As far as their rankings, I don't agree with them all. And some of the build guides on there kind of, they scream of, I'm a speedrunner, but I'm guessing at this kind of situation. Because there's a lot of good build guides on there, but there's a few of them, like the Blizzard Fireball one irritates me because every single time I see it, I'm like, save a point. Like, 1 level lower orb is going to be better than that Blizzard for most players. It's just going to work better for them, especially since you have to consider that there's going to be console players too. I do like StarCraft. I suck at it. I have always sucked at it. I've never been good at it, and I apologize, but it's just what I do. It's just, ugh. I like the idea of speedrunning. I don't like the inventory of speedrunning. As you can tell, my inventory, it may be, yeah, the small charms are not perfectly organized, but I have a system. If you're speedrunning, you can't. But, yeah. And yes, I do like learning to play with less. You don't necessarily have to speedrun for. Like this one, I haven't really done much in the way of proper Magic Finder grinding to get any of this stuff. I've just played through the game. Which one is this? We've done Sorceress, Necromancer, Druid. This is the 4th one. This is our 4th character through. We haven't done much in the way of magic finding or anything like that. I've done maybe like at most 10 magic find runs. Most of my stuff has been leveling runs, and I just happen to find a couple things here and there. But I like the going through and fitting the puzzle pieces together kind of thing. This is more than I usually have on any of the Let's Plays for Diablo 2, because I don't generally transfer that much. I like regular playthroughs. I guess that's my niche, I guess, then, is the regular player. Although, lately I have been stuck on the, like, I like these weird-ass, like, late-game build gear kind of things, but that's just me horsing around with them, not necessarily necessary. That's one reason why I did the beginner and budget stuff for normal people. Speedrunning to you is like playing COD Zombies. You learn to ignore what to ignore and what to focus on, and keeps you alive and moving forward. Yeah, that's a fairly good thing. It's a good thing to learn even if you're not speedrunning, though. And there's also the issue with going the regular player route is that what a regular player is differs from person to person, by the way. Whereas some people think regular player is someone who buys all their stuff of D2JSP to have top-end gear and goes with that. Other people think regular player and think somebody who literally is going through solo self-found. Now, hardcore players, they think they're just hardcore badasses, but we've done hardcore on here. I just don't do it online because I don't like dying to something outside my control. Let's see, just a second and I'll read that comment. Okay. Something I may not have never known, but Call of Duty, remember Blizzard and Activision love child. The whole Activision Blizzard thing is a whole different conversation for me, because I know the business history of both of them. Basically, Diablo 2 rules in zombie games. Cool. You rate D2R 7 is a good game, but Blizzard updates are always more trolling. They bug a new song each patch. Oh, they bug a new thing each patch. The whole leveling weapons, perks, etc. is based on Diablo 2. I can see that. I haven't played the latest ones. My Call of Duty knowledge is out of date. don't have a song in Rogue. I'm not sure what you mean by the song things. But anyway, hi Shadow Empire, how's it going? But as far as the Activision Blizzard thing, that is a complicated pile of all kinds of hot garbage. Because I've known about... Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Especially since our Valkyrie decided to not come with us. Come on, mercenary, back up. I need a Valkyrie. There you go. Thank you for catching up to me. Okay. Grief Crawler, time to die. There we go. The music isn't actually bugged in this. I'm not sure where they're bugging. It might be... There's a lot of things that could bug it, but... Hot garbage! It is the whole Blizzard thing is just a cluster F. I may eventually do a video on it. I'm not sure whether I want to. I have written up I've written up notes, I've written up even like an actual proper script for it a few times and scrapped it as far as like the Blizzard legal issues, much less the history of Blizzard. There is a lot to unpack there, and I don't think most people know the history very much less the history of Diablo 2 itself. So, you think you need to repair the game or something? It's broken each time a patch of music is broken. Ah. I haven't had that issue yet, but I'm on PC. PC! That's where I'm at. Most people in COD don't know what procs are. Yeah. That was true back in the day, too. What's bad is I used to play first-person shooters and games like this quite a lot. So I was, like, cross-discipline there. I also used to play it with a 600 ping in Counter-Strike, back whenever it was a mod. Finally found a Monarch, rolled blue with 0 magic find. Aww. Oh, boss, yeah. Boss mobs will never drop whites. That's a downside of them. It's one reason if you're looking for bases, you farm cows rather than level 85 areas, unless you're looking for very specific bases. This is gonna suck. We are going to watch our mercenary get murdered here, by the way. Because this is a bad area, and we're going to have extra strong, extra fast, big nasty. So let's get rid of you. I need that shaman down so he stops reviving things. And we've got a boss mob in there. Oh, and they're archers. No. Oh, there went mercenary. Bye. Holy butts. That just nuked him. Okay, Valkyrie, you are going to be my tank for this. We're just going to keep chucking her in front of these nonsense boys. And hopefully she will be okay. Oh, and she's got Nova on her. Sweet. It's actually semi-useful. Hey, Valkyrie, can you not run away? For just like, there you go. Come on. Don't know where she thought she was going. Go after... Go after the guys that are literally shooting you, please. AI, attack the things that you need to attack. Okay. Okay, just a second, I'll read that after I kill these little assholes. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I need to be back away from that. Oh, there's another boss mob. Sweet. They never stop coming. They just keep coming. Fed to the rules and they hit the ground running. They kicked me in the face. Okay. You're still stuck. 2 weeks later, 75 Amazon in hell. You can't fight any lightning immunes, period. That's with lower resist 1. You're max on fury and strike. I usually just go fend or I go dual specialty. I mean, we just avoided some of that stuff in general on our lightning Amazon. There is a playlist for it, and it involves a lot of swearing in hell, if that indicates anything. Bow might be easier for you if you're, like, really struggling with it. by the way. It's not, there is no shame in switching it up to something that just covers that gap. And then whenever you get into post game, you can swap back and just farm the areas that are easiest for you. You have solid bases for other things, but not the runes. You need a lem for merch treasury. Yeah, I have been, weirdly enough, I've gotten some, like, of the desired high runes. I have not gotten a mall rune yet. It is bothering me. Like, it is legitimately irritating me that I'm not getting it. Hey, Huntron, how's it going? Let's go ahead and sell that to there. Get these stocked up. Resurrect Dumas. He's gonna die again. I'm calling it now. He's gonna die against the big boys, but it's fine. Freezing arrow. Yeah, freezing arrow. Lightning is a good combo. Freezing arrow and poison can actually work as well. I should do a run with that. I should actually do an Ice Maiden with poison for one of these. Or at least show it off in a build video to show that it can work. To do a lot with poison, you need specialized gear, but you can do okay with it, and you just freeze them in place and poison them down. It's a little slower, but it doesn't really get stopped by anything. Need a last bear to finish your Javazon with Chain of Honor. Use the 3 last on Infinity and Enigma. Ah. Let's see. Is poison viable in hell? Yes-ish. Just yes-ish is the best I can give for that. You have to build towards it. And there are ways to make it better. That reminds me, I still need to do the Poison Dagger Necro video, which exploits a certain little thing in armor that people hate. So it's an expensive armor that nobody ever uses. Lots of poison immunes in hell. One needs an alternative. They're really not as bad as you would think. You need to go dual elemental with it unless you're a necromancer for sure. But like the poison necromancer, until you get the key, is a little bit slow because that's a lot of poison piercing, and your lower resist will break poison immunes, but you need that extra little bit to duck them down lower. Plus, poison damage is kind of useless in that regard. But, yeah. And here goes Mercenary again. I'm going to take down the one that is actually fighting him is like my primary target, because I like having him for mana. There's another full rejuve. Yes, I will gladly take that stashed away for an hour. You use ignore target on your poison necro. He's built to be like Michael Myers. Ah. Well, yeah, generally speaking, you still want a little bit of attack rating, because ignore target defense doesn't work versus act bosses. There is a solution to that. But it doesn't work on act bosses, and it doesn't work on like champions and stuff like that. So it makes the normal enemies, like these trash mobs, a little bit easier. But the boss mob, oh god, Mercenary, no! Yeah, he did. he long did. As soon as I saw that curse, that's just like, nope. We're just going to leave him dead for a while. We'll revive him whenever we get to Act 2. Or actually, whenever we get to Inner Cloister. Yeah, you guys get to back off. Yeah, you're not so tough whenever I can knock you back, are you? There you go. Let's see. You built a max AR setup from cheap gear. Got 3/4 of your rune in the tower, killing Superior Spectre. Ah. You have a nice chance to hit. Just nice. Throw that in their way. Decoy is going to be our friend for a little while, since we don't have Mercenary right now. So that... Oh, Superior Chaos Armor. That'll sell for 35k. So there we go. We now have 35k sitting in there. That'll give us enough to resurrect Dingus McChingus back there. But yeah, there's ways to make poison viable. The Amazon does have a little bit of a harder time with it, but It's good versus bosses and anything that you can't kill with cold, because cold poison, you have some skeletons that are that way, but beyond that, you really don't have too many that are that big of a pain in the butt. And yes, I am literally just chucking that down there just in case. So grab, chuck you down. And I'm so glad that that's pulling these things in on it. See how quickly I would last versus them? And I do like that it does the little animations whenever it gets whacked. What level is this Amazon? Too damn low. It's 59. we should not be here. I'm in danger. It's just kind of my approach here. This is the I'm in danger episode. So, grab the chest. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm looking for the waypoint. I'm hoping I get the waypoint before I find the tree. Oh, nope, we found the tree. Hi, guys. You deal with that. And I'm shooting a tree. Lovely. Let's see. Grow there. And that is not going well. You deal with that. And I'm going to run away. Because frankly, that's going to end badly if I don't. I want the waypoint, not to deal with these guys. Hoip. Hoip and hoip. Bye. Just grab and run, grab and run. Oh, yeah. We need to find a safe spot to actually summon up. Just need to be not swarmed, if at all possible. That should work. Hey, no. You do not get to teleport to me. Why am I not hitting the ones that are, like, right in front of me? Did they give me the freaking issue with Diablo's lightning or something? I don't have point blank anymore or something? I don't know. Run away! Okay, so now we have a little bit of a notch in here that we can kind of mess around with. There you go. And we can even take out the little skeletons. There we go. We're doing a little better now. We have established ourselves. Now if we can get a level 15 Valkyrie, we could actually go back there and challenge some of that. Take that, tree! Just running, punch the tree, grab the scroll, run away! Oh, lordy. Let's identify this while she's fighting that. Oh, nice. I mean, it's not the best small charm I've ever gotten, but I'm not complaining about it. How the turns have tabled. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, now we actually have some cold resist. We're not max on any resist right now. That is sad. Can we see the charms I keep? They're kind of garbage, but they're just cold resist, fire resist. These are literally just resist charms that we found while playing through. Like I said, I haven't done any grinding, so it's literally just whatever we can cram in there. Yeah, them tables are spinning right round, baby. Like a record, baby. I'm gonna get, like, copyright strikes from that, aren't I?
I need a key.
I'm making references! Fair use. It is... I'm not sure it would be considered parody. It'd be incidental. But... because there is some level of protection. It's a non-performance thing, if that makes sense. I don't think it would fall into the illegal territory, but I'm not sure. That is kind of a gray area. Quoting the lyrics only partially, just avoiding enough that you don't get sued. Skill tree all over the place. We're a hybrid, so we have multi-shot, we have magic arrow, and we have jerks. We have one pointing guided arrow, and then we've just been dumping into the lightning javelins. We can run lightning javelin for a while. I want to do... I need to actually set up alternate things so I can use the other one. F3, F3. There we go. There you go. Just punch them with lightning. Of course, we don't have our mercenary right now, so we can't punch forever, but it works. Your max Javazon has -12 all res. That sounds about right. For some reason, I just have a hard time getting resist on a Javazon too, so if it's any consolation. I don't usually worry about getting it max on them either, though. Ow. We are getting locked. That sucks. Yeah, and it's like we're not actually hitting the thing that's point blank in front of us. Like, it's not even trying to hit it is the thing that's weird. I'm not sure what that's about. I mean, we hit him with the charged strike ones, but we just don't hit him with that. It's very strange. Oh, and you guys are slow missiled. Ha! Not that I'm going to take advantage of that, but I'm still going to kill you. Chains of Honor are very nice, yes. I do not have the stuff for Chains of Honor. There we go. We used up a lot of our resources there. I need to find mana potions. I also need to find waypoints. Bugger off. You know what? I think I might go to the next area and just find the Black Marsh waypoint. There you go. I mean, for being as under-leveled as we are, we're doing fine. Do I have knockback? Yes. I have a Neff rune in our Bariza right now. If you're wanting actual reasonable attack speed, you could put a Shale in it and get a little bit of attack speed boost elsewhere to get up to a reasonable frame rate. I think we're fairly close. I forget what the max frame rate for it is. But being a non-repeating crossbow, it's slow. So this area, I don't really have to worry about the enemies nearly as much because there's not as many ranged bastards. So I don't have to, like, be slightly irritated by it. There we go. And let's see. I do want this waypoint because I could use this character to get keys, especially if we get the bows for, like, making a strafer, such as a Faith or a Wind Force, or honestly even a Gold Strike would actually be fine. It'd be fast enough for it, but until then, just kind of doing what we can. And since these guys are small, actually, I forget, these guys might be considered medium. I forget which, but they're more prone to knockback than the big hairy boys. Eat my multi-shot. And we level up just as we run out of mana. Sweet. Just means more shots against him. What do I have in Pierce and Penetrate? 1 and 1. And I only have the point in Pierce for whenever we switch off of the Bariza. You don't need it with the Bariza. I just have it there in case I found a better bow. Oh, I've already you can't socket uniques without Larzik. But the only thing you can socket without Larzik is, well, there's a few things you can socket, but not as easily. But generally what you're going to be socketing with your cube is going to be plain white items, non-superior. So, and we had 2 bosses in there? Oh my. Oh my. So let's go ahead and we'll grab some more Lightning Strike. We're getting up there on that level. But yeah, I have 1 point in each of them. I'm not going to dump extra points into them. Not yet. If I was going pure, I would, but yeah, you can socket with cube. It is random, but there are ways you can not necessarily manipulate it, but control it. For example, if you get the right item level of, say, Crystal Sword, it'll cap at 4 sockets. So if you do it in the cube, it'll have a 50% chance, 3 out of 6, chance of being 4 sockets. You started a Warcry Barb a while back, but it's very difficult in Hell. Usually you want to go Warcry Berserk if you're doing a Warcry Barb, because your Warcry is still physical damage. Another option, if you have access to it, would be a Reaper's Toll to get some Decrepify in there. to break enemies' physical resistances, it is worth noting that your Warcry will still entirely stun anything. It doesn't matter if it's physical immune or not. For the, let's see. So would you be focusing on jab and fend or just jab? For the lightning Javazon, I would say just focus in on jab unless you are building around being a fend zon. Because fend is very much, yeah, you want to be just for that. Oh, wow. I went to scratch my arm and saw the big stompies. Hey, big old boys. Let's go ahead and just keep knocking them back. I'm running out of arrows too, so I need to grab that. What runes do you need for cube stopping? Depends on what you're socketing. I like how we just stopped to cast that. And yes, I do see the tower there. I'm not going in it just yet. But yeah, it depends on what you're socketing as to what you need to actually socket it. Oh, thank you for leading them back to me, Valkyrie. That is very nice of you. That's exact opposite of what I need. Just get a nice little volley in there. We should kill a few more with that. I saw the boss in there. I don't have a lock on him, but hey, there he is. Let's go ahead and throw a dummy one in front. It's not going to last very long, but long enough for us to get the boss. You can see we're actually getting decent XP too. Let's see. Just a second and I'll answer that. I need to kill these guys before I sit there and read the entire question out. There we go. Okay, full rejuve, yes. Okay. What's your opinion on dodge evade? You feel like they just stop you from attacking more often than not? They're useful, but they will interrupt your attacks quite often if you don't know how to use them properly. But you do also need them to get your point in Valkyrie, which is arguably worth it. So the Frenzy Deathlords are impossible to deal with on health. They spawn with the worst mods. They spawn with random mods like anything else. It's just they hit like a truck. And they're fast as balls. And thoughts on using an Uber Smiter with Thorns rune word? Bramble, you mean? On Mercenary. I don't like it very much. I'd rather have just a sturdier Mercenary. There are a lot of recipes to socket an item. Yes, there are a lot of recipes to socket an item. That's why I say it depends on what you're trying to socket. And hey, Shinra, how's it going? Be careful or we'll call Sephiroth on you. But anyway. Sephiroth. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, I have one wing angel stuck in my head now. Thank you very much. Why? I just want the waypoint. That's all I'm looking for here. I'm not even like looking to go into the tower just yet. I want the waypoint so I can travel back because I'm sitting here on my scroll. I mean, we are killing stuff and getting XP because we kind of need it, but that's another issue. So we're just going to zigzag through the field, I guess. If we kill things, awesome. If not, it's fine. Nothing here seems to be ranged right now, so that's at least a plus for us. And what did you do there, Valkyrie? You just kind of like spawned behind me. I would like to get one of our level 15 Valkyries out. Instead of this, like, we are dealing with a level 1 Valkyrie nonsense. Die, you fool! Hey, our dodge is helping us. Ha! There you go. Okay. Let's go ahead and summon a new one of you in just a second. We're looking good on that. I need to grab the bolts is what I need. That's what I came in here for. Okay. Let's see, before you respec jab or bow, I would, honestly, if you're not having fun with the lightning javelin, I would go bow and try that out for a while. You have a freezing arrows on would be the best skill for cold immunes. I like having a pocket magic arrow just in case of stuff like that. But usually whenever I'm going cold arrow, I mix it with strafe or multi-shot depending on what bow I'm using. So where almost every melee character has trouble dealing with Stygian dolls. Yes, they are the worst for melee characters. You generally you need a lot of life and max block for them. That's the best you can do with them. Since you hit hell, should you run a Chain Lightning Firewall, Frozen Orb, or Thunderstorm Meteor Frozen Orb Sorceress? I would run... It depends on whether you're playing on controller or not. And I would not run Triple Elemental. Not whenever you're just getting into hell. Triple Elemental is possible with the right gear. It's not recommended if you are not geared to the, like, hilt. So... Lightning Javelin is totally sexy, minus the immunes. Yeah. Controller, I would actually go Frozen Orb Fireball or Frozen Orb Lightning, depending on which one you prefer. You will still have things that are dual immune, and you'll have to run from that, but their minions won't be. Orb Lightning requires a bit more faster cast, but generally you'll have an easier time breaking through the immunities with even just like a lower resist wand, whereas Frozen Orb Fire, you're not going to be breaking those immunities without a infinity, if even then. And hi, Dragon Knight, how's it going? Good. Let's see. Good thing you have lore and spirit. But yeah, my usual, if I'm under equipped stuff, is to go dual spirit, sorceress, bomb, sword and shield, or if you don't have a Spirit of Splendor works, or even just a rhyme works as well. But I usually just go with that, and let's resurrect Dingus in just a minute. But I just choose Frozen Orb plus either Lightning as a main damage or Fireball as a main damage, especially if you're using a controller because it's easier to aim with them. Javazon is super cheap to get running. Her high-end gear can be a bit expensive, but that's only whenever you're talking like super end game stuff. Because super end game stuff, yeah, she is super expensive if you're going that route, because you'll have a super expensive helmet. You'll have a jeweler's shield of deflection with 4 jewels in it. It can get really expensive. Is it just on console that the servers are terrible? No, they've been off and on for everybody. But I think the consoles have had a little more trouble with it. You only need one thing, Infinity Polearm, like you can be naked and beat the game. You don't need Infinity for a Lightning Javazon. We have done a Lightning Javazon with solo self-found, just garbage gear, just going for it. So it's not necessary to have Infinity or any of that crap. You got to trade 1915 Griffin for 3 ist. Nice. Griffin is really strong on a Javazon. As I would prioritize Infinity over it, simply because Infinity will break the resists. But, I mean, break immunes. Apologies. Not resists. But, yeah. The reason you want Infinity is because it will break the resist. You want the diadem. For Tiara's a whole different thing. That's just resists. As far as the unique go, it's Kara's Tiara. But as far as the diadem, you want that for after you break the resist. You want to keep lowering them even further because it'll break the resist, and then you'll get the full % from the diadem. You stuck a Reaper's Toll on your Lightning Jav's Merc, and it is doing wonders. Yeah, that'll help too. So what's wrong with Valkyrie? Why are you getting level 1 and not 15? Because we're using Peace. If I was going like just Javelin or just Bow, I would have plenty of points to invest in it, and therefore Peace would lose some of its value. But until you get your other skills set up, this is a good way to get a high-level Valkyrie. Really easy, and it's a 2% chance to summon it, but you'll smack stuff around. The Valkyrie is easily one of the strongest summons in the game, though. With Players 8, yeah. Players 8, you generally want high-end gear for it. And to the person who just subscribed, if you're watching this, I love your name. it just popped up that someone subscribed to the channel just now, and I'm like, yeah, that is hilarious. I'm sorry. I should probably say what that is, but I don't want it repeated on stream. It makes me crack up, but it is not stream appropriate. Oh, lordy. Anyway, let's go rescue Kane. But yeah, we're just doing low-level Valkyrie just because we're going to be... The low-level point in it is to keep the Valkyrie up whenever Peace summons it, if you're wondering why I even have a point in it if I'm using the Peace armor.
That would be why.
Okay. Oh, we don't have Pentagram. We have not gotten Pentagram very often, and it kind of sad. It always gets ruined, like third or fourth one in. Max Jab, Charge Strike, and Fury. So you're sticking with the jabs. Sweet. You may just, and also if you end up not having good luck with that, I would say just run past the lightning stuff. It's not worth the stress if you are having trouble with it. We did have our swear moments, and you'll have your swear moments with it as well. It's not going to be like cakewalk through every area. With any solo self-bound build, you are going to have struggle points. There are ones that do better with stuff, like in Summoner Necro, he generally isn't going to stress, but he's going to be slow. Let's go ahead and kill you. And, oh, I see what we have. And yes, I get that you are stabbing. Stop hitting me in the waist. Thank you. I really do wonder why the mercenary has such like a death wish. Like the Valkyrie is the smart one out of the two of them right now. She's just like staying back, just like chilling. There you go, mercenary. You help the Valkyrie. I will kill all these. And there you are. That's the one that was reviving him. I kept seeing him coming back, and I wasn't sure where he was. Look at how much freaking XP we get. Just killing anything here. It moves every kill. Okay, let's go back to Jump. First time we played Act 1 of D2 was back in the day. Was so satisfying after original Diablo. Tristram is always... Yeah, I love the renewed Tristram music. The original Tristram music is awesome. I love the D2 Tristram music. It just takes it to the nth degree. I hate running past it too, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you hit that point where it's just like, screw this, I'm running away. Discretion is the better part of valor. But yeah, generally I do try to kill everything because I am a stubborn asshole. Pardon my French, but I really am. Okay, so dump that in there. Let's go get ourselves a ring. Okay. See, any difference in drop rate on the Shaco for Nightmare or Hell Bale? Oh, I would wager, and I'm not guaranteeing this, I would think that Nightmare Bale would have a better chance to drop it. Because he would have a smaller pool. What level is it proceeded to, what level should you start Nightmare at? Let's see. I usually start it. I should not say I usually start it. I would recommend starting it in your 40s. That, like 42 to 45 is what I'd usually recommend for most characters to start Nightmare. If you're just starting through, you can start it as early as like 27 if you really want to. You've tried to find wands to assist you since lower resistance, nothing. Another thing you might consider is getting oh my, is getting amp damage on your yeah, that's not a bad ring. Is getting amp damage on your mercenary through the spear, but what's the reason we don't use Impale? It is slow as balls. And yeah, killing Griswold is kind of sad. What can I do for you? I just get that stuck in my head. I mean, this is just straight better. Is it not? It is. It gives us lightning resist and fire resist. That should max us out on fire. Yeah. Giving up some cold for this, but I can live with that. Oh, and we have fortitude now. We could use it. We could use it, or the mercenary could use it. Oh, that is a mental fight for me there. I have heard him say it so many times. You know what? I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna do it for at least a while so I actually have cool looking armor. You can't tell me this does not look like cool armor. We look like a frickin' Spartan. I like the look. Oh, man. Anyway, back to Black Marsh. We're doing okay damage. This does actually help us out, by the way. If we take this off, you'll see we gain a good chunk of damage. And a bit of resist. Not a ton, but some. But yeah, we actually do okay damage. Now, I shouldn't be using this. I should be having this on my mercenary and be using... Hey, there's a co-rune. Sweet. But I should be using this on the mercenary. Yeah, I like a lot of the new looks on D2R versus LOD. Now, it is worth noting there are some things I don't like in it, but that's mostly the vultures in Act 2. The vultures in Act 2 kind of irritate me. Their legs are too long. I mean, I know, yes, birds actually have fairly long legs, but it bothers me to see them. I mean, you've seen owl legs as well. They actually have, like, the long legs. You've killed Griswold countless times, and he's never dropped a piece of Griswold set. I don't think he's dropped it for me either. That would be a nice thing for them to do, is actually make it weighted like that. And originally, what the enemy had on them was going to influence what they dropped, but for the most part, it doesn't work that way anymore. But yeah, we're murdering things with our fortitude. I just feel weird using this right now. I should have it on my mercenary. We are account self-found. We're not solo self-found. Basically, everything we found on the Necromancer, the Sorceress, and the Druid just going through the game is what we're using. We haven't traded for anything. We found 2 low runes. We actually have another low rune in our stash. But we've just found them going through. And sorry, I'm itching like crazy. So that's why I keep stopping randomly. For some reason, the bite on my thumb, which I think caused all this, is driving me nuts. So we are going to get through. We're getting through Act 1 today. I'm nothing if not stubborn. Okay, Tomoe Highland. We are almost to the outer cloister. I kind of like the crackhead look on the Necromancer. The Druid looks a little too homeless to me, but I mean, I don't have room to talk. For those of you wondering, I have the full main going right now. So let's go ahead and drop that in there. Let's go grab the full rejuve, throw it in there. Co goes in as well. Let's identify that. It's absolute garbage, but it's worth money. And I do need to start stocking up for that so I can actually do some gambling online as opposed to just single player. Not doing 100 million gamble online. That would take for freaking ever. But in single player, it's fine. Let's see. Should I swap out my stealth rune word on my sing barb? If so, recommendations apart from Enigma. Yeah, I don't usually recommend Enigma unless I'm doing a post-game build. But for getting through the game, you might try Smoke if you have the runes for it. Otherwise, Stealth is perfectly fine. Oh, there went our Valkyrie. Oh, God, and there goes our Mercenary. Hi. Back off. Back off of me. Well, at least we're doing decent damage to him. Jeez, we are chunking him down quick. 3. And that is a craftable belt, if I remember correctly. That should be caster, if I remember. Yeah, that would be caster. I think I will keep that. That's a level 60 something. It'll get me okay stuff. But let's chunk that in there. I'll put it on my crafting mule. I do, yes, actually have a crafting mule online, even though I don't use it. So, and yeah, most of this like videos on crafting and gambling I do in single player because that's where most of my stuff is. I know that's kind of cheesy, but I went through the trouble of transferring over all that gold, so I might as well use it. I went back over 1 billion just doing the test runs for various builds. Oh, you like the new druid? Old druid looked cleaner than the pally. Yeah, I can understand that. Imagine if those archers had mods for fire, lightning, enchant with extra fast. Yeah, that would hurt. All the martial arts sim guys say are just kicks only. Which charge up skill would you go with if you wanted to incorporate those? It depends on what gear I have. If I'm just going like solo self-found, Phoenix Strike. If I have a good claw, I would actually lean into Tiger Strike. You just dropped a... Hey, nice. 720th wireless. Wireless. I know what you're talking about. Stream's going well. Coming off of work makes you wish you were in Chaos Sanctuary instead of holiday retail. Yeah, I worked retail for 13 years. Yeah, 13 years. And I've worked fast food too. I have never had a prestigious job, oddly enough. YouTube is my prestigious job. It's not even technically really my job. It's just my main source of income right now. So that's why I do feel kind of like, despite feeling guilty shilling, I do sometimes will say stuff. What is a good claw in that context? High physical damage for Phoenix Strike. And there goes Mercenary. Bye, Mercenary. Oh, God, it's lightning enchanted, lightning shooting bastard. Die, you fool. And I will kill these guys because they're going to be good XP. You have so many essences from Andy. Are they worth keeping? That depends. Generally speaking, if you're not getting them from the other bosses, I'd only keep like maybe 5 of them. Bardock's would be fine for Phoenix Strike. Phoenix Strike is one of those where it's kind of like the meteor of the charge of the assassin skills. It's good. It's not necessarily always ideal, but it's your best bet if you're looking for big damage with very little like resource investment in your equipment. Whereas for geez, Christ Almighty, stop. Die, you fools. There you go. Sorry, I'm getting slightly distracted by the enemies real quick. Because they're actually hurting, and I can't seem to... Oh, I know why I can't hit them, because, you know, chance to hit is in the garbage. So many essences. But yeah, I would probably just hold on to like maybe 5 of them at most. Unless you're starting to farm other bosses and getting their essences. Because what they're used for is respecking. So, I mean, Antariel's a relatively easy person to farm. So you don't have to worry about using them up. Okay, so let's go back to town. I think, yeah, we need to restock on our bolts. We need to get these into our belt. Nope, we already are full. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with various setups. And our assassin on here will indeed, and I've been promising it for a while, whenever we do the assassin on here, we're doing a controller assassin, and we're doing it with charges, because People kept telling me it's really good and it's really fun, so I'm gonna go for it. If it sucks, it's on you. No, if it sucks, we'll just figure something else for hell. It's fine. We have plenty of gear to actually make it passable. We don't have good claws, but we can deal with it. We can literally just deal with it. That's all we need to worry about with it, because we have plenty of okay equipment. So let's keep going. What's our defense look like? Not too bad, actually. Oh, Phoenix Strike is kind of like the Assassin Meteor, basically. It's decent damage for very little investment. It's sometimes a pain to get used to using. And, I mean, it literally is Meteor as well if you are using the right charge on it. Did you plan to do a crossbow Amazon with Fortitude on a good crossbow? I mean, we have Bariza. But yeah, whenever we started the Amazon, I had the items that I'd found on the other characters. So it was like, okay, here's our options. Let's do a hybrid, because I wanted to use the ghost javelins that we got. It was either going to be on this character or the barbarian. And this character is going to be better for that because we didn't find a second good javelin. And we also wanted to use the Bariza on a character, and this one is the ideal character for that. So we just kind of went with that, and we actually had a Fortitude from our first character, the Necromancer, that we got a low rune on. So let's go ahead and launch that in there. Ooh, we didn't hit anything. Nobody was in the middle path. That is actually kind of strange. Die, you fool. I thought we killed you already. There's the other one. And there's a third one in the top left up there. So, die. As long as we can see you, we can kill you. Hey, how's it going, Devil? I'm doing all right. Hopefully you're doing well as well. What is a drop you could get from Andy tonight that might make you consider an unconventional build based on it? Holy butts, there's a lot of them. Want to narrow it down to a class? There's a lot of things you can get from Andariel that's fairly decent. Most of the stuff that we likely are to get from her, not going to change anything. Because she's going to be more prone to dropping jewelry and junk drops. But if I'm trying to think. Considering we have Paladin, Assassin, and Barbarian left, any of the good throwing weapons would actually put us en route to maybe do a throw barb. Because any of the good ones are self-replenishing, which is awesome. But I'm trying to think what else. We don't really need any specific runes. There wouldn't be a rune word that she could drop the runes for that she would have to drop multiple runes for us to make anything that would change our plans. Trying to think what else. I mean, she could drop a Maul rune and that would give us grief. But that would be really uncommon. I'm trying to think what she could drop that would actually make our builds shift very much, because we're going Zealot on the Paladin, we're doing a charge up Assassin, and we're doing and we haven't decided on what we're doing on the Barb yet, though. Do you need a two-handed spear for the jab? Nope. I would stick with Javelin and Shield. You haven't played D2R in a bit. Your son got you hooked on Subnautica. Subnautica's a good game. Do I plan on doing a Let's Play of it? God, no, but it's a good game. What's funny is I actually have a press key for it somewhere, I think. Or actually, I might not have one for Subnautica. I might have one for, crap, I'm trying to remember. The other one. My brain, it's not working. You're doing 200 damage. Ugh. What kind of javelin do you have? That probably would have been an important question for me to ask earlier. I mean, if you need to use a two-handed weapon for it, you could do something like a You probably don't have the stuff for Fury. But I'm trying to think what I would put into a spear like that's cheap. There's of course always like honor and stuff like that. That's just reliable. There's honor, there is, if you're gonna do a two-handed spear, there's honor. Is probably one of my first picks, or possibly one of the crushing blow ones. I'm forgetting which rune words those would work with, but there's a few. Spears don't really have great rune words. But honor really is not a bad rune word. Throw that into like an exceptional or elite lance. You can do some decent damage with it. Like a war pike or a... I'm forgetting what the exceptional name one is, but those work pretty good with it. Strength, yeah, strength for the cheap. There we go. For some reason, my brain was saying steel, and I'm like, that is not right. Steel is swords and flails, primarily. We are not getting a Valkyrie summon. Holy crap. But yeah, strength is good for just like life leech and damage. It gives you +1 all skills. And it actually works okay with charge strike because of that +1 skills. Wow, mercenary, you are not dying immediately. Oh, there he goes. I was like, you just survived some nonsense. Wow. But no, he decided he was just going to surprise me. Let's grab that. Have a good night, Huntron. Pike, lance, war pike. Okay, yeah. So it'd be a lance that you'd probably want to put it in. War pike if you have the spare stats. He's trying to get through hell, so I'm assuming you have access to like Nightmare and Elites. I mean, you could always just buy a enhanced damage lance as well. Get knocked back, Smith. Agent Smith, no. And is he going to kill my mercenary? Maybe. Nope. Hey, speaking of knockback.
Impossible.
I mean, we're not going to use it, but that will actually sell for good money. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, chuck that, throw this in there for selling. Get the chain gloves, and we'll come get the malice. Yeah, I'm in hell difficulty. You're going to use Decrepify? Decrepify will help out. So let's go ahead and pop in here. But yeah, we are in hell difficulty. At level 61 now. Act 2 mercenary Wahid. There is a big debate between Wahid and Emilio. But yeah, we could get knockback on there and slow, but I prefer my resists. We also have another pair of those somewhere. Have a good dinner, Creech. Like and subscribe and shill away. Once we get to 10,000 subs, I can actually put a shop up where you guys can buy mugs and things like that. I've been trying to work on designs, but I'm kind of hitting a mental break on that. You always use Wahid. We're using Vikyat right now. Vikyat is one of my more common ones. That was Meditation Holy Freeze. So not worth really keeping. You call your mercenary mana. Mana, mana, mana. Okay. We'll get this at a level, but we're currently using Sazabi's. If you had kept those gloves, why not desocket the Bariza and use a shale? We actually have another set of those gloves. What I'm preferring to use the resists. I would rather have the resist than a slightly faster attack. So into the barracks we go. And I keep forgetting we don't have peace on, so I'm having to manually summon that. That is another mental slip on me. Okay, so we're looking okay on that. Does anybody want to trade some runes for bases? I don't know how many Xbox One players we have here. I know we have a few. I know there's been a few that have come through. I know there's a lot of Switch players, and honestly, if I could afford to get it on a console, Switch is the console I'd get it on, even though it is limited to 4 players. Mainly because that would be the most relaxing platform for me, and it's the only one that I couldn't just do on a TV. Because I could I could repair and hook up the old recording system and get that working and just play on there. It would run like ass because it's just barely above the requirements, but it would work. We're actually doing okay now that we have gotten up to here. You really like Sazabi's sword with your... Sazabi's is a real sleeper. There are people that... A lot of people are like, oh, that's garbage. It's a piece of crap. You might as well just make a phase blade of this, this, and this. I mean, if you find a Sazabi's, that is basically a really good phase blade for anybody. And it's got decent stats on it. Yeah, it's no grief. It's not a crescent moon, but it's good. So, yeah, I've never understood the hate on Sazabi's. And usually I don't find the sword until after I've already gotten all the stuff for like grief and crap like that, but that's because it's kind of hard to come by. Would a rhyme shield rune word be good to add to a sing barb? Yeah. I would rather have dual spirits, but if you wanted a shield on it, rhyme would be one of the picks. Because I would just do dual spirit swords. You can get all the runes for them in Nightmare really cheap, really easy. So I tend not to worry about it too much. And Mercenary, you are dying, aren't you? Yes, he is. And there goes Valkyrie as well. Drop that out. I should have been using this earlier. Drink mana potions. And they gave me 1. Okie dokie. You bastards. You cheap numpties. Let's see. 317% damage to demons. Pair that with a Laying of Hands. If you were to get D2R on console, it'd be PS5 for the pure nostalgia of that night playing D1 on PS1 with my friends. I really should just cover I should do Diablo 1 on PC and then do Diablo 1 on console, because I have both. I also have a digital backup of D1, which I could just record straight from the computer without having to upscale and stuff. But I do actually have the physical disc as well. Hi, Vic Yacht. Welcome back. So there to there. Emilio rip counter plus. Hey, we have Vic Yacht. Emilio's safe and sound at home right now. You want to make a cog and teach? Oh, cog and treachery. COH and treachery actually is probably what you're saying. Chains of Honor, treachery. Both really good armors. Like really, really good armors. There we go. I'm just making that so I clear up a little bit of room there. Let's drop in here. But yeah, both of those are good rune words to make, and that's one reason why I save for socket for Chains of Honor. Treachery is what you make in the exceptional 3-socket bases. I generally don't go for max defense on them. I know that's a travesty to some people, but... So we've got champions on both sides? Sweet. Get rid of you. And I should probably swap the armor out now, just to give Mercenary a fighting chance. Because he would actually do a lot better with... Yeah, let's go ahead and swap the armors out. I'll do fine with Peace. He'll do better with Fortitude. That thing would be dinging all the time, Spartan, if you made a counter that counts every single time the Mercenary suicides. It would just sound like jingle bells. And I just put those on in the wrong order. There we go. So he's got Fortitude. He's got plenty of Leech now. So that's fairly decent. Because he's got the Steel Skull. Can't wait until 66 when I can put the Roderick Crest on him. But you are back to being just... Hopefully that'll help you survive a little bit, Mr. Dude. You need a Monarch. Honestly, if I start getting like extras of that kind of stuff, I'll probably end up just giving them away. Because like I've said, I don't need stuff in the online version. I'm just playing online for fun and for the solo self-found kind of like account self-found challenge. I can do pure solo self-found as a second challenge. So yeah, which way did we come out? Oh, it's going to be an up. We are going the wrong way. There you go, Mercenary. You're surviving in there. And you are giving me all the mana. I love the champion cages, by the way. Especially whenever they don't have ghosts in them. Because that's just free XP. In case you're wondering what I mean by champion cage. These cages right here, this cage, like you can see it on the map up there. But these will always spawn champion groups in them, so great way to get XP. Especially whenever the enemy cannot just phase through the freaking grates. Let's see. Got any spirits? You have swords, no 35 FCR though. Ah. And yeah, for that barbarian question, by the way, I still stand by fast dual spirit instead of rhyme or anything like that. Because that gives you +4 all skills, a massive faster cast rate boost, and the barbarian has the same cast rate breakpoints as the sorceress, so... So that I would definitely stick with Spirit Swords for the Warcry Barbarian. Hey, Ghostlies. And we should probably learn from our mistakes. Kill them off like that. Another nice thing about going hybrid. We have that lightning damage for whenever we need it. I keep forgetting we still have the frost armor from whenever the mercenary got there. But let's go ahead and duck in, y'all. And yes, we will, no matter, come hell or high water, we're beating Act 1 tonight. So, and I know I said it was going to be a short stream. It probably still will be, but yeah, we are beating Act 1 tonight. And we will probably beat Act 2 on Saturday or earlier if we have an early stream. I might be streaming on Thursday because well, I highly doubt there's going to be a lot of people watching on Thursday, but I might stream on Thursday just because they aren't doing Critical Role on Thursday. Oh, I didn't read what that was. That hurts. Oh, quest log. Clear that out. Oh, hi, extra fast little bastards. There you go. Well, there went Mercenary. I think that was the fastest we've ever had him die. Just thinking there. We got all these little bastards. Do they know how to open doors? I don't think any of these guys know how to open doors. I think the skeletons might. But they're not going to because they don't want me to get close to them. Okay, so there's another one down. How many bosses are in here? Jesus. There are a lot of them, definitely.
Not enough mana.
And there's plenty of mana potions in there that I don't have to worry about using them on this. There's one guy left in there. Die. Thank you. Yoink. Let's see. Full rejuve. Yes. Mana potion. Mana potion. There we go. Take the amulet for a little bit of money. And we should have enough to revive him anyway. Let's see. Yes, I am a D&D fan. I actually have been considering how to do a video over the Diablo 2 D&D that came out whenever the original Diablo 2 released. Pit Spawn is the scariest non-boss unique monster. He's one of the scariest. I wouldn't say he's absolutely the scariest. Some of those random uniques can get pretty damn sketchy. I didn't mean to hit Z there. I meant to hit A. Let's see. How's our damage looking on the javelin front anyway? Let's see. Tree-wise, 703, 1066. That is getting into the painful range because that's 7 times that. Oh, I didn't want arrows. I wanted bolts. Thank you. Okay, the poor soulflay left on the ground without use or purpose in this difficulty. It doesn't have much use or purpose in any difficulty, sadly. By the time you get to start using it, you have so many better options. It's just kind of like, sorry, dude, you're just left on the ground. It's a good, okay, like, weapon. It's just not really as good as most other things you can get. Green Bay fan? I'm not a sportsing fan. Yes, I just said it that way on purpose. But no, I'm not a big sports fan. I'll watch if there's other people watching, but I don't go out of my way to like track who's doing well this season and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, sure, it's fine. I like the commercials. I know that's gonna like cause a few people to be like, I'm unsubscribing. You don't like football. It's fine. I mean, I like video games more than I like football. So, wouldn't mind a rebalance pass on low-level uniques. I wouldn't mind one either. I would like to see, even if they, what I think would be an interesting way to treat the low-level uniques would be to have them gain traits or amplify their bonuses as you upgrade them. So, like, say, if something had, say, 50% enhanced damage as a normal difficulty version one, it would go up to 100% in the exceptional version and maybe 175% in the elite version. So you'd actually have them scaling up. And I think that would be a really good way to handle it. That way you're not immediately making them overpowered in normal, but you're still keeping them useful for upgrades. I have it somewhere. I have the actual book somewhere. I just can't seem to find it. I have PDF versions of everything too. So that's probably what I'll end up showing off because it's just going to be cleaner. But yeah. I actually had the little cardboard things and everything. I have one of the books. Am I great at D&D? No. Have I DM'd? Yes, a very long time ago. Would I DM again? Abso-frickin-lutely. Would it be great? I'm no Matt Mercer, but I would try to make it enjoyable. That's pretty much how I'd approach it. That's not where we want to be. That is exact opposite of where we want to be. But I have, if I remember correctly, the book I have is the Diablo one. As far as the... Oh, God, nope, nope. We just... the way I thought was the other way is not. That's the way... God damn it. Bye, mercenary. Is he dead? Surprisingly not. For some reason, I thought he was this way, but I misread the map. No. Mercenary is still alive somehow. There you go. Ooh, lordy. You wish that there were true for upgrading low uniques found Ravenclaw and wishes it was a Kuko. Discount Kuko. Very few people are Matt Mercer. Consider I wouldn't even necessarily say he's like the best in the industry. He's the best at his style. Because, well, he has the voice acting training and he has the actual acting training as well. And the group that he's with leans into that. And that's one reason why I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or not, but Exandria Unlimited, I thought it was good. I don't think she was a good GM fit for the group, if that makes sense. I mean, you can DM whenever you're new to it. DM is not about knowing all the rules by heart. It's not about being a master of the game. It's about... Oh, God, no, 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 no. That hurt like a truck. Oh, you're lightning enchanted too. Sweet. That means this is going to take forever. There you go. Die, sir. Ouch. But no, DMing is not about being... DMing is about making the world. Your job isn't to memorize all the rules, memorize all this other stuff. That's what your players are there. Your players can help you with that. As long as you have a good world to build, you'll be fine. Make a story. Make a world that your people want to inhabit. Now, obviously, you have to be adaptable as well. You can't just say, oh, this is this one story that we can go on in here. You have to be able to say, oh, you decided to go left path instead of right? We got a different story from that. Yeah, you'd be perfectly fine just listening to them and accommodating them. And it's not even always accommodating in the traditional sense. It's more just knowing the table. And that's why session zeros have become like so popular and so important, is because it helps you learn your table and learn what everyone's expecting from it. Some people just want a big hack and slash journey where they're beating everything up. Other people want a deep narrative. Some people want somewhere in between. Most people want somewhere in between. They want the big fights. They want to feel epic, but they also want to feel kind of... I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase it. They want to feel involved in the world, but they also want to feel powerful. I love, by the way, I actually love Lightning Strike. I know you were meaning Charge Strike, but I love Lightning Strike too. So I love using it. This just bounces around and just nukes things, but it's fun. So we want to keep going, I think, this way. Come on, Ghosty boy. And this is why lightning is just so useful. Because if we're hitting with just even a couple of these, it's just nuking these things. There we go. We got full rejuve there. I will gladly take it because we did burn through several of them. But I've actually been trying to come up with a good campaign to introduce my niece and nephew to D&D, but I'm kind of like on the fence as to what direction I want to go with it. Because I know this is going to sound very bad for like seasoned D&D players or even just role-playing players in general. I want to force them into martial classes starting out. That way they don't have the complications of managing their spells and all that stuff starting out. And then introduce them to spells later so they can learn from those. Because they're not big on games like that. So, yet. Oh, we're out of mana. Because Mercenary has decided to just up and fuck off somewhere. I see where he's at. Hopefully we'll just find the stairs or he'll teleport to me. Hey, he teleported to me. Sweet. Bounce around, you fools. There you go. Ouch. Ow. Okay, so we got them. So be able to change an account to listen to your table. Don't try to pigeonhole them into one thing. Yeah, is pretty much the thing. Your job is to create the world. They'll create the story. If that makes sense. It's probably not a good way of explaining it. I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it. I'm bad at this. But basically, yeah. Found a bone hue ogre axe on a mercenary. I mean, bone hue is fairly decent. So let's grab this. Let's go ahead and make sure that there isn't any enemies nearby. We will kill them off if there are. Because we're going to bug mercenary. Just so he stops dying. Okay, so you get unsummoned. Bye. Get mercenary close. Close the door. Let's see, you introduced your friend to 5e and we went with a sorcerer for the first time. Had a great time, so I think the need to start with martial class is overstated. Well, this is... My niece and nephew are much younger. It's one of those things where even things like Final Fantasy and stuff like that are a bit too far along for them to kind of grasp completely. They like writing their stories, they like coming up with characters and stuff like that, but I think managing the math and knowing like 66 and stuff like that to do various spells and knowing like your daily limits on spells and all that jazz might be a bit much for them starting out, but if I lean them slowly into it, they can actually figure it out. Better than your 100 to 200 damage. Oh, I forgot to... we're going to have to do this. I need to get my Valkyrie up. There we go. I just need a decoy up there while I'm doing this. Don't want it. I just screwed up. Okay, so she's going to be in there for a little while. Hey, we got another one right away. Sweet. Okay, flawed emerald we don't need. We do need a healing potion, I think. No, we didn't. Okay. Create situations where your rogue can sneak attack someone with a siege weapon. God damn. But yeah, one thing I don't want to do is if I do end up DMing things, like, I would be totally up for, like, DMing games with other YouTubers and stuff for sure. Or even, not necessarily, I don't know if I would do it on stream with viewers, because that's open up to situations, like, bad situations. I mean, even with streamers, it's opening up to bad situations. But with viewers, you run the risk of getting a random troll in the group that can ruin it for everybody. Younger people, barbarian or fighter, maybe paladin are okay. Yeah. I was even considering maybe allowing like ranger and thief as their starting ones, but I wasn't going to like do wizards or anything like that as their starting class. Sorcerers are actually a little bit easier to manage because you don't have to do the whole memorization thing. You don't have to prepare your spells. Of course, I'm used to like older versions of D&D as opposed to 5e, but that might be easier in 5e now. I know it's easier in 5e because you actually prepare the spells and then you get to choose which one you use the slot for. So, as opposed to old D&D where you had, like, I am memorizing 3 magic missiles. And that is definitely a lightning immune enemy. And if you're wondering how I played old D&D, go watch the Baldur's Gate playthrough and catch me swearing left and right on it, but... yeah, we have a Baldur's Gate playlist of the first Baldur's Gate. I didn't run. I killed them. What out the skeleton in the cathedral are broken? Oh, what about the skeleton? The skeleton, I just don't bother with him usually. He's a super unique. He's okay to kill for stuff, but I don't have a lot of magic find. I usually do not recommend Barbarian for starting, so I kind of agree with you on that one. There are people who will swear up and down Barbarian's the easiest. He's very much weapon dependent. So you can end up in like really bad situations with him if you aren't knowing like how attack rating and defense work. Just a second. Whew, there we go. Paladin is a much better martial class in Diablo 2. Like, for those of you wondering, I won't be introducing my niece and nephew to Diablo 2. That is a bit too much for them, I think. Right now. There's a reason why my channel is PG-13 and higher. Sorry, I'm scratching my itchy spots because, yeah, all that nonsense. Don't run away. Okay, I won't run away. I won't run away from any of the lightning immunes. They might kill me, but I'm not going to run away from them. Where is our mercenary? Come on, mercenary. I know you are invisible to them. Okay, he got him. So healing. No full oh, there was, yeah, no full rejuves in there, unfortunately. But we'll keep on trucking. Oh, extra fast. Sweet. How did I know you were extra fast? Because your minions ran charging straight at me. Time to die, you fool. You spent the first day on your barb struggling, and this was before Resurrected with no guides. I mean, I've made guides for a while, but yeah. There was a severe lack of good guides for a very long time. I think this is the stairs. Yeah, this is the stairs. We want the waypoint. Because I am going to probably end up killing Andariel a few times. Probably after we get done with doing all of the character playthroughs, but I do want to actually have that as an option. Watch this be the waypoint. That'd be great. Actually, I think it is. I think it actually is the waypoint. It is! Yay! It's right here. Makes it easy on us. Yeah, after Andariel, I'm probably going to call it a stream. Because that is actually making me flinchy. The amount that is itching. Anyway. Barb is easy and normal. It's after normal where you cuss and change to a singer. It's because you're so equipment based. You can't do damage if you don't have the thing that does, you know, actual damage. So do we want Mana Leech or do we want that? I think we actually want Sazabi's. I'm going to stick with Sazabi's. I'm fine without the Mana Leech. Okay. And why did I go down that? I can go down the portal. Your first barb was carried most of the time, but boy, was it fun to dual wield cold kills and double swing at everything. Dual wielding cold kills is fun. I'm kind of surprised you got 2 of them. Your best friend is an enchant source if you're a barbarian. Yeah, that boosts your attack rating like crazy, which is a kind of important thing. So let's see. I am going to do the murders. Hi, guys. Yeah, you focus on me for a little bit. Honestly, an enchant sorceress is amazing in general. I'm forgetting who it was that mentioned it. Giving the Act 3 Fire Mercenary the chance to cast enchant on you. I forget which YouTuber mentioned it. I just remember hearing it in passing. I think it might have been Carbot, but I'm not positive on that one. The one guy that plays Barb in the party. I mean, if you could make it so that the
I need a key.
Act 3 Fire Mercenary casts enchant, you'd see a lot of people actually using that. It wouldn't be the main. It would still probably be Act 2 Mercenaries as the main, but you'd see more people using it, especially if you gave the Mercenaries Mastery. Because guess what Fire Mastery would do for that guy? Absolutely nothing, because he uses Inferno far too much. But yeah, it was Carbot. Okay. Yeah, I don't agree with like a good like half the things he comes up with, but that is definitely one of them that would be actually kind of cool. But yeah, just giving Act 3 Mercenaries Mastery alone would actually make them pretty damn dangerous. Because then you'd basically have a pocket sorceress. You carry your... Oh, I just thought of one that would be really scary. I'm not sure how you would manage the mana on it. But there is a There is an odd duck build of a sorceress that uses Infinity and Nova, like on self Infinity and Nova, that you could actually possibly combine with that somehow and actually make something scary. Let's get rid of you. Oh, you're not getting knocked back. Oh no, Valkyrie, no! And now we're gonna get focused. Oh, he's multi-shot too. You are nasty little bugger, aren't you? Healing potion. Wow, they are really just not giving me full rejuves. They're being jerks. Did you think your merc would hold Hell Andy? Do I think my mercenary will hold Hell Andy? I don't think so. I don't think he'll get targeted by her though, because we have him bugged currently. But yes, her poison hurts, and we are negative 56% poison resist, so us getting hit by it sucks too. So I might cheese her, actually. We'll see. Cheesing her is not necessarily the goal, but it might be the answer. Because, frankly, there are ways we can cheese her. We can cheese her super easy with this character. And also, we can swap over to that and just jab her to death, too. Cracked Pike, hi. And with our Valkyrie out, it gets actually a little bit riskier to try to cheese her. Because if we summon a Valkyrie, it'll aggro her, which means that she will start actually fighting. I think that is our stairs. Yes, it is. I'm glad we went back this way. So, now we have Andariel. But she won't actually target him. He'll get hit by collateral damage probably, though. Does Antidote Potion have a duration? I think you heard someone mention that spamming Antidote Potions stack immune. It doesn't stack immune duration. Antidote Potion, as far as the getting rid of poison, only affects whenever you drink it. But what it does do is it boosts your poison resist for 30 seconds for each potion you drink. So if you drink, say, 10 potions, it's 300 seconds of poison resistance. So you end up running out with higher poison resist. So if I wanted to get positive poison resist, I'd actually probably need more than an antidote. I forget what percent they add. I think it's like 30% or something. But it's fine. Ooh, and I forgot. We have that. And that. But as far as cheesing Andariel, let's go ahead and take these guys. Oh, there is something in here with might. That is not a pleasant feeling. But let's back off over here. We have 171 arrows, so we can take them out relatively easy. Did we get the shaman? I think we got the shaman. Did we get the shaman? Yeah, we got the shaman. Okay, full rejuve, yes. But what we're going to do is we want to avoid, if at all possible, going past these two torches up. Nope, he's trying. Oh, nope, they've gone past it. But anyway, if you go past this torch right here that our mouse is right next to, you'll actually end up triggering her, which causes her to activate. And I think we might have gotten lucky there with the Valkyrie not quite going up far enough. There's a new Valkyrie summoned. There's the Destroyer. He gets to die. Die by a lie. Okay, full rejuve, yes. Okay. We'll worry about getting that stuff up there. What you do, I'm going to go ahead and unsummon you for now. You want to stay a bit back because she'll start moving as soon as you hit her. But what she'll do is she'll be up there and she'll be pissy and angry and all that other stuff. But what we do is we drink potions and just keep launching it out. And there she is. See, she got angry. And if she gets close enough to spot you, guess what? She'll be mad at you. So let's go ahead and swap to this. And yeah, see, the poison, it hurts, like, pretty bad. Yeah, we don't want to be close to that. Let's go ahead and swap and do Guided Arrow. Oh, what am I getting stuck on? Thin air? It feels like I'm getting stuck on thin air. Yeah, I am getting stuck on freaking thin air. Which sucks ass. Yep. Oh, wow. Mercenary dodged that somehow. The mercenary didn't dodge that. Okay. But you can see we're hurting her. He's going to die. We're going to lose our mana battery. It sucks. Can I stop just randomly fucking stopping? That would be awesome. That is actually kind of pissing me off. Because we are literally just randomly stopping. And yeah, we're super poisoned now. Let's grab the antidote potion. Hi, Andy. There you go. Yee. Thread the needle there. Aha! Bye! And yes, she can actually block, by the way, in case you're wondering. Why they're not all hitting, it's because she's blocking. Do we have another antidote potion laying around? We do not. Okay, back to town. Make your Valk tank and strike it. Yeah, I kind of wish I wouldn't have unsummoned our old Valk. Vikyat, come to me. You are going to be dead in like 3 seconds, but that will be fine. That'll be long enough. The poison isn't broken. If I actually had higher poison resist, it would be fine. And let's go ahead and give him some poison resist as well. It's like playing a slower bullet hell game where you can dodge slower too. Okay, so you go ahead and get like 2 of those.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's fine for you. And what's our resist? -6 with the antidote potions. Because we are that awesome. It's like the only point where you need poison resist. And I do need arrows. So you go there. I'll go ahead and buy another stack of them. Just to be on the safe side.
Good day.
Boop. We'll burn through them relatively quickly. Not sure if she'll stay aggroed on the Valkyrie. I don't think so. Drop that out. Maybe that'll lure her in. It did not. So she's through that door there. Where are you at? Oh, there you are. Yep. I knew she was through the door. I just didn't know where. Come on. She's just very mad at me. That's fine. I mean, they can focus in on her if they want. And I hate that she can block. It's mildly irritating. And there goes Mercenary. Fight the Valkyrie, you fool. Yeah, she is not interested. Fight the clone? Decoy! Go! And now we have a high-level Valkyrie, too. Haha! That will survive all of, like, 2 hits, but 2 hits better than none. Hi. Oh, you just completely ignored my decoy there, my friend. Go after the decoy. She's not falling for my shit anymore. It's irritating. No. Block the door. Ha ha. Eat that. Wow, she's just not falling for it. Does she have like an AI that makes her stop falling for it after a certain point? And I don't even have to aim at her, as there's no other enemies here to distract it. We're playing a kite game. Wow, none of those hit. Bite me, game. She has, I think, I think it's like a 50% chance to block or something like that. It's not terribly high. Die before you get to me. Ah, nope, she didn't. No, ouch. Swap weapons. Get this on you. There you go. We got her. Sweet. Oh, hey. Hey, hey, hey. That is very welcome.
Shall inflict no
Da 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 da. We also got another Saigon's shield. Nothing else too amazing in there. Long staff to sell for resources. And we're good. Nice.
impossible.
Impossible. Oh. Bite me, game. Let's see. We'll throw you out. We'll take the Essence of Suffering, if I can pick that up instead. Ta-da. We got String of Ears. We weren't stuttering and stopping randomly after going down the second time. That kind of surprised me. But we have succeeded where we have failed many times before, probably. So get rid of you. See if these are any good. Nope. But we got String of Ears. Probably not going to use it on this character, but we'll definitely use it on the Paladin and stuff. So that is a thing. And we should probably use the Saigon's shield. I keep forgetting. We're using that. This is just straight better. I could put a spirit on here too, and that would be better too. There's our third dust. We're not keeping more than 3 of each. 15% ED. Yep, that's a good one. The life leech, not bad. It can, but yeah, I'm mostly concerned about the damage reduction. Yeah, we have like 2 spirit shields too, so I'm not really. I just haven't transferred them over. Is the thing. It's like, yeah, why bother? But let's go ahead and resurrect. Not higher. Resurrect Vikyat. And go into the east. And that is going to be the end of the stream. As I said, it's a short stream, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you have exceptionally good luck finding the items you are looking for the rest of the night and into whenever I see you next. And we will continue this either Thursday or Saturday, where we will do Act 2, which will be The Long Journey. So keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and have a very good night.